Hey y'all, so y'all already know what this video is about from the title. Now I was gonna stay out of this. Listen, I'm in San Antonio, okay? Houston is only 3 hours. Queen, tap me in. Tap me in.
Off with your heads. You're watching the Bells Push 2. You. Subscribe, guys. Thumbs up my channel. My mommy name is Marcella. My dad's name is YouNow. And I'm Naija Ming. You think I'm cute? Expect today because Bells. Subscribe. Bye, Bells.
If you guys have been following me for a long time, y'all know I was a big fan and still am a big fan of Chris and Queen, their channel. I support young love, I support young marriage, and they were going through some things. I've been zip-lipped quiet the whole entire time. I have watched everything. You guys have been sending me links. Y'all have been like, Ming, what you think? Bored, and I haven't said anything. And the reason I haven't said anything is because I feel like they're married. Marriages go through things, especially young marriages. Y'all, hello, testimony right here. High school sweethearts. We've been together for 11 years and we've been married for 7. This year, at the end of this year, will be 8. So I know all about young love. I know how you have to go through things when you're actually growing with your spouse, when you're actually going from teenagers, getting married as a teenager, because I got married when I was 19 and Uriah was 18. So we've been married teens. We went from teens to growing up together in our marriage. Now, that's why it's so different, okay? It's very different being a young married couple versus being an older married couple and getting married when you're like 25, 30. Yes, you go through things. All marriages have bumps and rough patches, but when you grow with your spouse, I'm telling you right now, when you go from high school to just going from your mom's house to your husband's house, basically, you know, your family home, your marital space, it is very, very, very different and very, very hard to adjust. And it's just a lot different than living on your own, finding yourself, and then getting married. So I understand everything that they have been going through. That's why I haven't said anything, because your girl has been through a lot and y'all have seen a whole bunch of it transpire on our channel. So I heard Queen's song and I loved it, okay? I loved it. I did not react to it because I was waiting for her video, like her music video, because I know that's coming, and then I'll react to it. Y'all will see when the video comes how hype I get, okay? I might do a little pregnant twerk, I don't know. Y'all, stay tuned. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm pissed off, okay? I'm so literally, I can't even form words to express how irritated I am before I even listen to this video that I'm about to react to. And the reason I'm irritated is because she couldn't just have her shine. Like, he been dragging this girl through the whole YouTube atmosphere, okay? Sphere, internet to sphere, and doing all types of crazy mess. Now, when I say young marriages go through stuff, we go through our rough patches, we go through more drama and more stress than the average marriage. It's even worse when you are a public figure and when your marriage is highlighted all over the internet. So I understand. What I don't understand is the disrespect. And if I think this song goes the way I think it's gonna go, because I seen a little like snippet of his Snapchat or how he was trying to talk, honey. If it goes that way, listen, I'm in San Antonio, okay? Houston is only 3 hours. Queen, tap me in. Tap me in. Or even listen, Queen, tap me in if you need to, okay? But I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna be biased because I am team girl, you know, team Queen. But I'm gonna be quiet. Zip my lip. I look a mess. I had to come on here and do this because I was like, enough is enough, okay? Enough is enough. Letting him do whatever and letting him get away with it, whatever, and me not speaking on it and telling y'all how I feel because I'm so opinionated. I'm so hot. You already know the Philly about to come out, okay? But I'm not gonna keep going. I'm just gonna react to Chris's new single. Something about his ex or something, girl. I don't know, child, honey. Listen. We about to do this looking whole rough mess at night. About to go to sleep. Don't even care because it's that serious. Chris Sales Letter to My Ex, new single. Boy, who you think you are? Like, okay, so wait, pause. So this is Armand and Trey. I saw Queen post on her Instagram that they're still her bros, even though they are a part of this diss track. My take on this, if you ride with me, I don't care if you roll with him or you roll with me. What did Nikki say? Pick a side, pick a side. Listen, okay, just listen, just hear me out. If you ride with me and you ride with Uriah, you're gonna either need to be zip-lipped. No, none of this. I don't care if it's about money, business, whatever, none of this. Just zip-lip. You don't have no opinion, okay? You deaf. You blind, honey. You, what's going on? Because if once you have an opinion, or once you say something, once you state something, you picked your side. We're human, you know what I'm saying? If you ride with me, you're gonna have to pick a side. Because if you say you ride with me and I catch you on the other side talking to my enemies, I might have to go to jail. I might have to stab you. I might have to come in real quick with the left hook, like, because you're supposed to be my friend. But she said she's fine with that, so we're not even gonna go in on them. I'm just saying, from my point of view, my friendships, it would be a negative, okay? And their voices are so good. Like, y'all don't need, like, props to making a good song, because I feel like without them, what could he really do? Let me just, I'm being biased again.
Bring on my own parade. I know you was down for me, baby. Cause I took advantage of you, baby. Talking to Vicky and fucking on Nikki, but you was in love with it, baby. Sleeping on you, I was lazy. Did that shit on the daily. Now you done dance, the table done flip, and I'm trying to handle it, baby. All your family look down on me, look at me now, fucking rich when I'm old, nigga, I want it now. You had everybody thinking where you go. When the camera up and shit, they don't know. I was unhappy, though, I just ain't let it show. When I heard me, girl, like, no. Talking to a new nigga, how you go? Must have been talking to him on the low, cause you moved on.
What? First of all, Armand and Trey, whoever, I don't even know which one of them was singing, but somebody was singing, okay? And they said that I was effing on such and such because you allowed it. And then he's like co-signing, like, yeah, I wasn't happy, this, and the third. You have legs, correct? I mean, like, last time I checked, you're not a paraplegic or, you know, paralyzed from the waist down. Even if you were paralyzed from the waist down, you could have got a wheelchair and rolled yourself on out her life. I'm just confused as to how you could say, oh, I cheated because you allowed it, or I wasn't happy, when you have a voice, very soft voice, but you have a voice nonetheless. You could have used, and you could have walked out of that girl's life. So therefore, you wanted to be in that situation. You wanted to eat your cake anime, okay? You dessert your ice cream. You wanted some sprinkles. He wanted some chocolate on top. He wanted some whipped cream, a lot of whipped cream. And she did not allow it because she left you. She talked about it on YouTube. She sat with you in Hurt Bay style. Y'all talked about it back and forth. You said all this extra stuff just for the views, just for the camera. But low-key, everyone knew that she was hurt, and you knew that she was hurt. So therefore, it's not an allowing thing. It's more so of you having no respect for your wife. And God's watching. Okay? So we're back. Oh yeah, and he said something about you talking to somebody. You must have been talking to them all along. She should have been talking to them all along, okay? She should have been talking to all of them all. She should have been talking to him, her, him, everybody. She said the whole crowd out there, come on in, come on in, okay? Because you was doing that, you was picking and choosing. So why couldn't she pick and choose? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. I'm just a bystander looking in. I'm just saying. You know how y'all feel. We're back.
Too fast, it's my fault that we ain't last. Should I call the phone? Fuck that, cause now I'm on my back. Want me to chase you, that shit dead. Your friends all in your head, trying to tell you that I ain't shit, but we both know what it is. We could have a house on the lake, but you couldn't wait. But who could you blame? Cause you don't love yourself. You still didn't stay. It's time for yourself. You haven't replaced, but who can I blame? Rained on my own parade.
Blame yourself. Worry about yourself.
Talking to Vicky and fucking on Nikki, but you was in love with it, baby. Sipping on you, I was lazy. Yeah, she ain't on the day. Now you done did the table to flip, and I'm trying to handle it, baby. Fuck it, I admitted that I wanted love. You would turn me off with all the shit that you done. Two sides of a story, but they only heard one. They only heard one. Girl, know your
he keeps saying how we don't know the story, da 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 da, whatever. You basically told us the story. You keep talking about how, oh, Queen cheated on me before. She cleared up that she was talking to someone else because you did this before. And like I said, young marriages, things like this happen all the time because you're growing with your spouse, and also with the men, especially young men getting married as teens or getting married very young. They don't know what they really want for real. Okay, so it takes a while for them to mature, and you either sit with it, you deal with it. It might not be infidelity, it just might be them going through things and finding themselves. You either sit and you wait for them to become a man because you married them when they were a boy, or you leave. So it's like she was sitting waiting and trying to be there in your support system, trying to be your shoulder, and then you're like, well, you were just sitting around letting it happen. Like, I don't feel like he understands yet, and I feel like once he gets to that level of maturity that we've kind of passed, like we've passed the 21, 22, 23 stages, and now I feel like we're getting to the more adult stages, the more adult way of life in a marriage. I feel like once he gets to that point, he's going to be like, dang, like I really messed up a good thing. I really honestly 100% feel that way. He's gonna have to be around her. He's gonna have to deal with her for the rest of basically his life because he has a child with her. So it's not like he can just throw her to the side and just go on to the next. Like, no, boo-boo, you're stuck, okay? So stop trying to be like, oh, she was talking to such and such. It doesn't even matter because of the fact that you did all the stuff that you did. Yes, she could be at fault too in the situation. I'm not putting any less blame on Queen. I'm just saying that don't try to throw. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's just trying to backtrack into like a corner to get out of what he's done. He publicly embarrassed her, and she didn't publicly embarrass you, but you're the one. And the only one, and the reason why we know everything. She was trying to be a woman and keep it hush hush. So we don't know the story unless you're gonna tell it. And from what I'm hearing, you have nothing to tell.
love me and you ain't love you first. Our relationship was fake, that shit was bad for my health. Here you go, blaming me for all the shit that I did. Said I wanted something new and shit, that's what I did. You was my rib, nah, you was my E. Yeah, I did stupid shit that you wouldn't believe. But who was there when you ain't had nothing to eat? Who was there to put your ass back on your feet? Now you talking to a new nigga, it ain't me. Nah, it ain't me. Nah, it ain't me.
No, it's fine.
We could have a house on the lake, but you couldn't wait. But who could you blame? Who could you blame? You don't love yourself. You still didn't stay. It's time for
It's their part that makes it right. I don't like that part. It or not, it's a couple more seconds left, but I just don't even care at this point. I feel like the only reason that the song was actually a good song was because of Marmon and Trey. Now that I've listened to the whole thing, I said it before I listened to it, but I'm saying it again, honey, because it did sound like a good song. So y'all, I'm not a hater, okay? Just because I'm a female, just because I got feminine parts doesn't mean I can't say, you know, when a good song is a good song. But the message, I feel like, is just like he's saying the same stuff over and over again. At this point, he's being repetitive, just like when he was saying, oh, I'm not going to talk about my relationship no more, and then he kept putting Queen's name in the titles for views. But then he said that he was unhappy in his relationship because it was just for views, or became a just for views type of thing. But he's still doing it, so it's like, I think you like it, sir. I think you like it. But at this point, I didn't have to square up with Chris because he didn't call her out her name or anything crazy. He just said the same stuff we didn't already heard. We already heard this, Chris. we already heard this. You sound like a broken record. Now you have a record, so you really sound like a broken record. Just let it go. Just like you said, I'm not talking about it no more. Don't talk about it. Don't try to be a follower, because you saw Queen with her hot fire. She was a dragon. All that fire in her song. So you were like, let me just go and get some of this view, basically, because I was just uncalled for and I needed, and we knew everything you was gonna say. But as long as you kept that Snapchat clip that I saw to yourself with the B words and the hoes and whatever else you said in there, I'm good. I'm cool with this. This is PG from what I thought it was gonna be. Alright, so y'all might as well just go ahead and put me in the next song, you know, because I got a little bit of you feel me? Album coming soon. Y'all think I'm playing? Wait till winter 2018. It's supposed to be but until then, I'll let it go and I'm gonna walk on off hither that way. But let me know what y'all think. If you guys have listened to it, if you haven't, I'll put the original link below. I'll put on top of the original link, the first link I'm gonna put is gonna be Queen's audio video. And then when she drops her music video, I will react to that too. If y'all want me to react to some other stuff, let me know below. And I'll talk to y'all in the comments.